And welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild. Here today we have more playoff football. This time we're going to be playing the Chicago Bears here in the divisional round. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. As the New York Giants are coming off of a very impressive victory over to the Detroit Lions, beating them 38-20. We got all the momentum early on, and we kept pounding this team, and it worked out in our favor. John Sherman played his best football, I think, all season long. Malik Neighbors had a big day, and the only thing that really kept the Lions in this game was a couple big plays. Our defense played excellent, getting a couple interceptions, 9 sacks. But now we turn our attention to the Chicago Bears. The Bears are a 10-7 team. They were in the toughest division here in our conference, as 3 teams made it in. And yeah, this should be a fun game here. We have not really, I don't think we've played against this Bears team in Caleb Williams. So let's go check them out. They're very good. It should be tough. We are welcoming back, also guys, for injury news, Brian Burns is back and healthy, but Elijah Chapman's out for the rest of the year. Same thing with Wandale, so Sapp and Mike Evans will both have to step up here today. And here are the Chicago Bears, led by Caleb Williams. In year 3, Williams is a true 98 overall, playing like a 93 overall. And he's had an excellent start to his career. Definitely the best Chicago Bears quarterback to ever play. And Caleb is surrounded by a lot of great playmakers. Starting off here with DeAndre Swift, the ex-Lion and Eagle. They've drafted Aaron Phillips, one of the better young backs in this league. Romeo Doomsday has developed nicely. DJ Moore is still here with Tyler Scott and Cole Clement as well. They have an injury to Braston Jones, so left tackle will be an issue, but they've drafted 2 very good young offensive linemen. Throw in Darnell Wright. They've built up this offensive line. Defensively, they drafted Brenton Chasen here, who's an excellent defensive tackle. Match him up with, what's his name, Montez Sweat, and this team is very good. They've added a couple linebackers. They drafted Peter Valentine here, who's a superstar dev. Traded for Jimmy Upshaw. Drafted Trevor Hall. They've also addressed this defense a lot. Rome here is an excellent young corner for them, but their safeties are not the best. This should be a fun matchup. It's another test for our team. Can we finally go out there and have a convincing victory over a true playoff team? Division round football here in the Giants franchise. It's the Bears versus the New York Giants here in MetLife Stadium. This is also the first division game played here in MetLife, as it's the Giants versus the Bears, 2 10-7 teams. Chicago did not win the division, but they are the current 5th seed. They beat the Atlanta Falcons a week ago, beating them 28-14. As the Giants, though, are coming off of a very impressive win over the Detroit Lions, 38-20. This should be a fun matchup for these 2 teams. Caleb Williams versus John Sherman. Let's go have some fun here. Brian Burns is back. Hopefully he can be disruptive today. That's Ryan Stonehouse here, is set to kick us off. Here in the divisional round, a nice solid kick here. I don't know who this is. Oh, this is Aaron Phillips, the young back. He'll return, and the Bears will start at their own 26-yard line. Leading out his offense here is Caleb Williams. Williams entering into year 3, trying to take his Bears team on a run this season. 34 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. He has a lot of good playmakers, Cole Clement, Romeo Doomsday, but they're led by DeAndre Swift, number 4. We'll try to contain him today. We welcome back Brian Burns. Our best 3 defensive linemen are back and healthy. This pass will go here to Swift for 8. 2 tight end formation now here for Williams, as he's going to hand the ball off this time to Swift, and he will pick up a first down. Offset pistol look as Williams looks to keep it himself. He is pretty mobile, and he gets past midfield, gain of 15 here. A week ago, The Giants defense allowed a couple big plays. No long-standing drives. Is this going to be one? Here comes Swift, met by Dexter Lawrence and Isaiah Simmons. To the offset pistol look here. Williams hands it off this time, and it's again Dexter Lawrence. Back-to-back plays with TFLs. 3rd down and 13. Williams has to throw. Giants don't send a blitz. Looks to throw down the field. DJ Moore. He's gone. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. I said his name so much in the Bears franchise. He's such a playmaker here in Madden. And he's an excellent player in real life as well. He beat Demetrius Evans, a rookie. And I think that's Evans' first real mistake I've noted. And here comes second-year quarterback John Sherman. A week ago, got his first playoff victory. So he threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. This year, he's thrown 31 scores, and he's had 25 interceptions. Sherman, though, over the last handful of weeks, has been playing better. Dexter, you're absolutely staying in. But New York will start with the football at their own 32. They're led by former Bear, David Montgomery. As Montgomery here, pinballing his way through for 6. I formation here for the Giants. Sherman, though, will drop back, looks to throw. Sherman pressured, and he's brought down by 3 Bear defenders. A place to be, 3rd down and 10 here. Our offensive line did not struggle a week ago. Here's Sherman, looks to throw, as he wants Malik Neighbors. And Neighbors is past midfield, gain of 20. Nice pitch and catch there. Montgomery checks back in. 3 receivers set, though, here for the Giants. Running it here, Montgomery powers his way through for 7. Giants are not afraid to run the football. Back to the I formation, right back to the ground game. And this will be another good run here. 1st down for Montgomery. Tyrone Tracy checks in. Evans is the motion man. As Sherman will look to throw, as he wants Theo Johnson. And Johnson, who's had a breakout campaign, he reels down this pass. 3rd down and 5 here for Sherman. Motions out wide Montgomery for an empty look. So he will look to throw. He wants Theo Johnson. Johnson breaks a tackle, and he will be shoved down here at the 9. Goal to go now here for the Giants. Giants keep the fullback in. 3rd down and goal. Here comes Sherman. Looks to throw, end zone. Caught here by Evans. Tackled, though, at the 1. That's Mike Evans' his score a week ago. 4th down and goal here for the 1 to the Giants go. York is keeping the offense out on the field, and they bring in 2 tight ends and the fullback and Frank Gore. Here comes Gore up the middle, and Gore is denied of the end zone. Chicago defense denying the 4th down and goal from the 1. Wow. And now you gotta go 99 yards, and you're all the way backed up here. And Caleb Willen gives them some breathing room. Sapp won't let him go far. 3rd down and 8 here. 2 tight end look. Hand the ball off. Swift won't go far, and this New York defense will force a quick 3 and out here. At the end of 1, Chicago's up 7-0. And New York got to the 1 and cannot convert the 4th down. Sherman will start on an empty look, looks to throw. Sends it over the middle. Theo Johnson, he's somehow hanged on. I thought he got that ball jarred loose. But Theo Johnson with the strong hands over TJ Edwards. Right back into Chicago territory are the Giants. Play action, looks to throw as Sherman. And he wants Neighbors, but penalty is thrown. What's the call here for Sherman? No, it's pass interference on the defense. That gives the Giants a fresh set of downs here at the 20. 2nd down and 6 here. Sherman staying in this aerial attack. Looks to throw. Sends it. Neighbors got it. Touchdown, New York. An extra point away from tying up this game. And it's Malik Neighbors who will provide us the equalizing score. Caleb Williams starting at his own 31. He settled his offense back in. Looks to throw. Sends it underneath here. Romeo Nduze. He brings up the 1st down and more. Bunch formation here to the left now. As Williams will go play action. Felt some rush. Sends it to a wide open DJ Moore. As Moore makes a move. As he's undercut here at the 13. Wow. Someone has to be able to keep an eye on number 2. 3rd down and 8 now. Caleb looks to throw. Giants send a blitz. Burns provided some rush. Caught here. And that's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. New York starts at their own 31. Down by 7. Sherman looks to throw. Connects again here with Neighbors. Neighbors breaking free. Breaks a tackle. And New York here trying to equalize with another score. Game already has the feeling of a little bit of a different style of game. It might be a high-scoring one here today. Sherman stays in the aerial attack. Connects here with Malik Neighbors. Back-to-back receptions. 2nd down and 8 here. Sherman, here's Tracy. And he'll get a yard. As Theo Johnson now, he's shaken up. He's going to the sideline, thankfully. I think it would be a huge loss if we lost Theo Johnson for more time than we need. Here's 3rd down. Sherman looks to throw. Sending it here now to Ware. And John Ware extends for the 1st down. 3rd down and 8. Another big 3rd down conversion needed. Sherman dropping back, looks to throw. Connects now with Neighbors. And Malik can't break the tackle. It will be a 4th down and 4. New York will have to settle for 3. And New York has missed a 24-yard field goal. Just shy left. As Chicago takes the field. Still struggling at field goals, guys. Now the Bears start at their own 20. Here comes play action. Williams sending it, and that ball is thankfully dropped by Moore. 3rd down and 7, offset I formation. Looks to throw, sends it here to Cole Clement, and Clement will get the 1st down and more. Here at the beginning of the 2-minute warning, both teams have all 3 timeouts as the Bears, though, are driving. And here comes the pitch and catch to the other receiver, Washington. What a play. 4 receivers set here on 2nd down. As Williams sends it again, Washington breaks a tackle of Branford, and he picks up to the 28. 49 seconds and counting, 2 timeouts for the Bears. Here comes a little screen now, and DeAndre Swift did make the catch. Breaks free. Tackled here at the 15. Here at the 15 of New York, Williams looks to throw. Plenty of time, Clement. Of Doomsday picks up about 8. 2nd down and 2 here at the 7. Quickly now, DJ Moore dives in. Touchdown, Chicago. Wow. The Bears with DJ Moore. They're up big. Evans allowed another score. And we're down by 2 now. Theo Johnson is back. 32 clicks to go. John Sherman needs to find a way to score it, but he's going to take a sack here. That's their young defensive tackle. And I think after that, New York will just send this game to halftime. As here in the divisional round, Chicago's up big, 21-7. As the Giants now are reeling, down by 2 scores. The Bears with Caleb Williams and DJ Moore has been torching our defense. We got to be able to finish. We missed a field goal, that's on me. We did not convert a 4th down at the 1. We need to be able to finish possessions with points. Defensively, I think we got to be able to figure out a way to stop DJ Moore and get some pressure here on Caleb. John Sherman is taking the offense out on the field here at the beginning of the 2nd half, down by 2 scores. It's time to finish. New York here will start at their own 30, down by 2 scores here on an I formation, starting with the Montgomery run. Gain of 3. Now Devin Singletary checks in. New York will stay on the ground and pound. Here comes Devin Singletary for the 1st down and more. Play there for the Giants. Montgomery is sent out wide. Here comes Sherman, looks to throw. Wants Neighbors. That ball was batted down by Stevenson. Under center now here for Sherman. Looks to throw. Sends it here. Back to Neighbors. Completed. And that's a gain of 9. 3rd down and 1. Montgomery's the back. As New York, though, will look to throw. Sherman sends it right back to Malik Neighbors. And Neighbors, being the security blanket that he is, he picks up the 1st down. Big 3rd down and 5 for Sherman. He looks to throw. Floating here. He wants John Ware. And Ware caught it. Oh, my God. John Ware. Wow. New York's right back in today's action here. 2nd-year quarterback to 2nd-year wide receiver John Ware. Oh my goodness. In double coverage too. A corner draped all over Ware. And he's able to reel it in. And here comes Caleb Williams in his offense. They got to continue doing what they've been doing. Get the ball to Moore. Let DeAndre Swift beat us. But our defense now, they got to be able to step up here in the 2nd half. Right now, no change here for this Giants defense. As here comes Caleb, sends it underneath, that ball is dropped. 3rd down and 7, New York defense trying to force a punt. Here comes Caleb Williams, sends in it here. That's a catch here, DJ again, number 4. 2nd down and 7 here. Williams with the 2 receivers set, 2 tight ends. He goes play action, looks to throw, sending it, and that ball's off the mark. Here comes a 3rd down and 7. Giants still can get off the field. Sends it over the middle, and that's Washington, their 4th receiver who's been playing well for them. 2nd down and 10 now. As Caleb will hand the ball off. Here comes DeAndre Swift. Swift is denied of the 1st down by Evans. But now Leonard Sapp is shaken up on the field. That means veteran defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson is in. As this 3rd down and short will be a 1st down, and they ran right at Tomlinson. 3 tight end formation here for Caleb Williams. 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Giants send a blitz. DeAndre was able to break a tackle to pick up 5. 2nd down and 5 now. New York can't stop Doomsday, and he's in. Touchdown, Chicago, back up by 2 scores. Romeo and Doomsday can make a lot of great plays also for this Bears team. After an excellent kick return, New York will start at their own 42. Down by 14 again. Here comes the Tyrone Tracy run. Our ground game has not worked so far. Back to the I formation here for Sherman. And the ball off. Here comes Montgomery, and David will pick up his own 4. 3rd down and 2 here. New York stays on the ground. This time it's Singletary. Singletary going backwards. It's 4th down. And it's the playoffs, guys. We're gonna go. It's 4th down and 4 here at New York's own 48. John Sherman is looking to go for it. Empty look now. Here for Sherman. Looks to throw, sending it over the middle. Intercepted, though. Edmonds now. And he returns it to the 34. He wanted Neighbors. Tremaine Edmonds. Now Chicago, prime territory to go up now by 3 scores. Wow, they have the DeAndre Banks out there instead of Demetrius Evans. Penalty is thrown. And it will be a false start on the Bears. So right now, Banks will be our other outside corner. Phillips will stay in the slot. And Branford will stay in his position. So that means Banks is now on DJ Moore. But Swift now will swiftly get that an easy 1st down. Fresh set of downs here for the Bears. Play fake, looks to throw as Williams, sending it now. And that's Moore. He was left alone by Branford. That's a touchdown versus our best corner as well. Well, you're down by 3 scores. John Sherman has to be able to figure out a way to will his team. Starting off in an empty look, looks to throw as Sherman, stepping up in the pocket as Sherman will slide safely for a 1st down. And John Sherman find a way here in the 4th quarter, down by 3 scores. What can he do? Sherman empty now. trying to keep the Giants season alive. Sends it over the middle. Mike Evans. No, he's intercepted. And that is going to be his second interception. And this one going for 6. Wow. As this Giants team here today is collapsing in front of our eyes here in year 3. John Sherman just is coming off of a pick 6. Got to be able to shake it off. You've got to be able to find a way to score. Sherman can't connect this time with Johnson. So not a lot you can do here if you're the Giants. You just have to be able to hit some big plays, really. Sherman sends it Johnson's way, and again, it's knocked down. New York is desperate here. 3rd down. Sherman stepping up, feeling the rush. Sack, ball's placed on the ground. Evan Neal picks it up. John Sherman almost had a fumble. Now what? It's 4th down and 13. New York's got to go for it. Sherman throws it, and no one is there. And that will fall incomplete. The Bears now looking to go up by 5 scores here in the divisional round. Giants defense did not do us any favors today. Here comes the run here by DeAndre Swift. Swift breaks a tackle, and he picks up 5. 3rd down and 2 now here for Caleb Williams. Here comes the carry for Phillips. We finally get a 3rd down stop, but the Bears will still kick a field goal and add to their already impressive lead. Actually, the Bears are going to go for it here. 4th down and 1 here, as the Bears will hand the ball off. This is Phillips here, 2nd-year runner, and he will pick up the 1st down and more. 1st down and goal here from the 2. As 3 receivers are lined up to the right. Here comes Aaron Phillips, and he punches in the dagger here in the divisional round. I don't expect us to be able to come back in this game. Well, we're down 49-14 here in the divisional round. We're being embarrassingly beaten here. And, you know, this is year 3, guys. Year 3 kind of in a nutshell. You know, at the end of the day, we beat teams very handsomely like we did last week versus the Detroit Lions. And then we have a week like this where our offense can't finish drives, can't do much of anything. And it puts our defense in such a bad position that they just allow points. Now, our defense today did not play well either. Caught here by Evans. But our defense didn't play well at all. I mean, let's be totally 100% honest here. Our secondary just could not keep up with DJ Moore, no matter if we played zone, man, whatever we were trying to disguise. But at the end of the day, if our defense doesn't show up, we will lose. And that's unfortunately an issue. An issue that next time in the offseason, hopefully we can erase here in Giants franchise. I have a lot of big plans entering into this offseason. It's dropped here, of course, by Evans. But we have plans. We'll talk about it more later on in today's action, and as we will turn our attention now to the offseason. As we'll take a deep shot here. Here's Neighbors. Ball's incomplete. But this game's over. Embarrassing. We'll go 1-1 here in the postseason. We have a lot of work ahead of us. Got to figure out a way to continue to better support John Sherman, and Sherman just has to be able to play better as well. You know what, guys? Let's just end our misery now. And here in the divisional round, the Chicago Bears have beaten, embarrassingly, the New York Giants 56-21. Our season is over here in year 3. And this game we lost largely due to the fact that our secondary could not cover DJ Moore, and our offense just could not finish drives. In the first, I believe, quarter alone, we went for it on 4th down and 1, couldn't convert the touchdown, and then we could not convert a 23-20 1-yard field goal attempt. Then turnovers occurred, and it just kind of went all downhill. Our defense just could not stop Caleb Williams. Williams threw 6 scores, 0 touchdowns, 80 completion percentage. John Sherman, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 65 completion percentage. They denied us from really running the football at all. And yes, Neighbors and Theo could only do so much. John Ware did step up, but it's very evident and very clear that we don't have really another passing option, especially if Wandale is not out there. In terms of the offensive line, Evan Neal struggled, Anthony Branford, Taylor Moton as well. Our whole right side of the line struggled. Defense, no sacks, no interceptions. I don't even think we had a pass deflection. At the end of the day, they just did not show up. We could not stop the nosebleed in terms of the Bears, and they ran the ball effectively between their 2 backs. DJ caught 5 for a $130 and 3 scores. Doomsday scored as well. Same thing with an 85-yard score with Scott. Chester Stevens scored as well. I mean, it was just a tough sledding. Their line played well. The defensive line got to Sherman a lot. 2 interceptions. I mean, I'm just embarrassed. As this is year 3 for us. We went 10-7, went 1-1 in the postseason, losing now to the Bears. And our attention, of course, now will turn to the offseason, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of the current playoff picture, the Dallas Cowboys upsetted the #1 seed of the Green Bay Packers. The Jacksonville Jaguars upsetted also the #1 seed, Buffalo Bills, as the Chiefs beat the Houston Texans. So it's a very... this will either be Chiefs versus Cowboys, which is very Madden, or this could be Jags versus Bears, which could be pretty interesting for those 2 franchises being able to turn it around as much as they have. For us, we're out now of the postseason. Our attention will turn to this up and coming offseason, guys. And, you know, there's a lot to talk about here with this, you know, this team. You know, we have, I think, an offense that is led by a quarterback here in John Sherman, who is definitely inconsistent. At the end of the day, his ratings are solid, but he's an inconsistent quarterback, and we have to see in year 3, I think we give him another season as he enters into year 3. I'm not giving up on Sherman, no need to, but I think there's really 2 big things that we can do, maybe even 3. For #1, it's obviously guarantee having another solid backfield. You know, Tyrone Tracy this year had a breakout season. He played excellent for us as the #2 guy, and I think that's his role moving forward. And we got lucky as I brought in David Montgomery on a 1-year deal, now turning 28 years old, or 29, excuse me. I mean, how much is regression going to hurt him? Montgomery is a pending free agent. It's going to be a decision if we decide to keep him or not. But regardless, we need to make sure we have a solid backfield here for Sherman. For the rest of the offense, I think we need to help out this interior. Andrew Thomas and Taylor Moton played very well. Same thing here with Michael Schmidt here. But Evan Neal at guard, Anthony Branford at guard, they struggled. I do think that we should try to at least either draft someone young that we can develop or bring in a big-time free agent. And then finally, we need to find someone else to add to this passing game. I mean, we saw it once Wandale Robinson. This offense really turned to Malik Neighbors, maybe Theo Johnson, or nothing. You know, John Ware did step up, and he has slowly developed, and I think he actually had a down year. But John Ware with a superstar X factor, he can make plays here and there. He's an interesting prospect moving forward, but we need to find the true #2 wide receiver on this team. We can't go into next year with Neighbors, Theo, and Wandale as our top 3 wide receiver or receiving options. Flipping over here to the defensive side of the football, which we made a lot of different strides in. You know, regardless, our defensive line here with Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns, they were excellent. You throw in Sapp and Chapman, our other defensive tackle, played excellent. You know, Okereke and McFadden played very well. Same thing here with Isaiah Simmons. It was tough to run the football against us. And then it was also a dangerous throwing it. This year, first year on our team, Christian Branford picked up 8 interceptions, including another one in the postseason, which actually would make it 9. Branford had himself a breakout campaign, and Demetrius Evans, as he is coming off of today's game, he struggled today, absolutely. But Evans, in my opinion, proved to me he is just a defensive back. He's currently listed as a safety, but you can play him at corner, you can play him in the slot, you can play him as strong, free, wherever you want Demetrius Evans to play, he will play at a high level. So we have that Swift Army knife on the defense. We, in my opinion, have to get some more quality depth across. You know, linebackers, defensive line, secondary. You know, we're probably going to move off of Banks. We're probably moving off of Chapman as well. So that's 2 key, you know, backups on your defense. Another player to look out for is Jamie Davis entering into his 2nd season. 99 hit power. I view him as that sub linebacker spot. I don't know how much more development he will get, but we still don't even know his depth trait just yet. So it could be star, it could be all the way up to X Factor. Regardless, we have a lot of decisions to make in this up and coming offseason, and that will be next time. For right now, we're gonna check out the Pro Bowl roster, and we're also gonna do the awards, and then we'll see who's the Super Bowl victor. And here's your Pro Bowl list. We'll focus only on the NFC. So Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Brad Wilkins, the rookie quarterback by the Rams, 3 Pro Bowlers, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and DeAndre Swift. Montgomery gets in, Trent Elms also gets in. We see no Malik Neighbors. Not surprised, he did have a down year, but Theo Johnson had himself become the #1 tight end in terms of Pro Bowling listing. Andrew Thomas got in as well. And actually not Taylor Moton, which is kind of surprising to me. But only 1 lineman for our offensive line, but Kayvon Thibodeau gets in, and that's it for our defensive line. McFadden gets in as a linebacker, Christian Branford as a corner. So we had plenty of good amount of Pro Bowl. You know, we're represented here in the NFC, which is nice to see. That does give us a lot more XP. So let's go see who's gonna win the Super Bowl. This year's Super Bowl champs are the Kansas City Chiefs, beating the Dallas Cowboys 39-35. So the Cowboys don't get their championship, which is nice to see, as last year's Super Bowl victors were the Philadelphia Eagles. Chiefs won it, or the Niners won it in the first year with Brock Purdy, who's no longer on the Niners. But back-to-back years, 2 divisional rivals getting into the Super Bowl, at least representing. For us, we are just coming off of our first NFC East victory as Stephen James is the head coach. And we're gearing up for another offseason. We'll go through retirements, we'll go through players, we'll go through everything. There's going to be a lot of information thrown at you guys. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, please leave a like, comment down below what you thought of today's action, and don't forget to subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed the pace of year 3, and I hope to continue at the same rate. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, like, comment, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the off season.